Insurance. This is Amy Waninger again from Lead at Any Level, and I'm filling in for Tony Kanyas while he's out traveling the world. Now, I'm sorry for being late today with my video, but I had a few things to do this morning, and then I had a super interesting conversation with a young woman from the United Kingdom who was asking me about those stickers that I showed you the other day that say, "Hello, I feel included when." And I don't know if I have one in front of me. I don't think I do. But basically, what I do is when I go to events and I'm talking about Network Beyond Bias or about other diversity and inclusion topics, usually toward the end, I ask people in the audience to interview one another and to ask, how can I help you feel included? Or when do you feel included? The reason I ask this question, or I have other people ask this question, is because it's something that gets lost, I think, in our day-to-day work. And it's very rare for a manager, when someone joins their team, to ask this question. It's a simple question. How can I make you feel included? What makes you feel included? This question has tremendous power. The reason it has tremendous power is because it helps you understand very quickly how to show respect and appreciation for another human being. If you're a leader, whether you have a title or not, whether you have a management title or not, if you're a leader, it's your responsibility to make sure that the people around you feel welcome and feel included. This prompt, I feel included when, is one that people respond all different sorts of ways, right? I've had people respond with they feel included when someone asks their opinion. Sometimes I'll have people say to me, I feel included when I get invited out for happy hour. And usually I say, do you go? And they say never, but I want to be invited. For each person, it's different. And it's important because when we have different dynamics on teams and we talk about treating everybody the way we want to be treated, we need to realize not everyone wants to be treated the way we want to be treated. People want to be treated the way they want to be treated. And that's the difference between the golden rule, which is treat others as you want to be treated, and the platinum rule, which is to treat others the way they want to be treated. And so it's important to get down to the heart of what makes each person feel valued and what makes each person feel special. So I'm going to ask you today, just as a favor to me, I want to try to gather some data for my friend in the UK. And I would love it, if you would comment below on what makes you feel included. And it may be something simple, like people pronounce my name correctly, or it may be something a little bit deeper and more complex. And either is okay. The idea here is that when we get to know each other a little better, and when we show an effort to respect each other right from the beginning, it can make all the difference in the relationships that we build with each other. If you've thought about this for yourself, go to work, ask your team members, ask your boss, ask the newest person in your department, the people that report to you, how can I help you feel included? And then see if you can't do that thing. And one of the more interesting things that I got back, one of the more interesting responses I got back from doing this exercise was from Tony Kanyas himself. And what Tony said was, you know, he doesn't think about this a lot because he just kind of shows up and feels included wherever he is. But he did notice that at events where he gets a name badge, if they put the tilde over the N in Kanyas, that makes him feel included because somebody took the time to put in the extra keystrokes or to copy and paste the Nye instead of the N in his name onto his name badge. And something that small has a huge impact. Now, I never would have thought of this because I don't have a tilde over any of the N's in my name. But after Tony told me this, I learned that if you press Alt, hold down Alt, and key in 164 on your keyboard, you can try it right now in the comments. If you Alt 164 and then pick up your Alt key, you get an Inye, which is an N with a tilde over the top. And so every time now that I type Tony's name, which ends up being a lot lately, I include the tilde, I include the Inye in his name because I know that makes him feel included. And it's a little thing, but it shows that I respect him, that I value him, that I appreciate having him in my network. And if you do this for the people around you, whether it's, remembering that someone has a food allergy, or knowing that someone celebrates a particular holiday that you don't, so you don't schedule meetings on those holidays, right? That you work around that. Or, maybe it's something as simple as remembering their birthday, or remembering, their children's names, whatever it is for that person that makes them feel included. Now, I know you can do this. The reason I know is because I see people do it all the time, right? They do it for their boss, right? They probably know what their boss likes from Starbucks, or they've asked at least once, right? They know how to spell and pronounce their CEO's name. They probably know if their favorite customer is allergic to shellfish or peanut butter. So they make sure not to serve those foods when their customer comes into town or into the office, right? We do it when it's important to us. And I want to challenge you today to think about it's always important. And how can you respond differently? How can you engage people differently by asking when they feel included, so that then you can show how much you value and appreciate them? I'll give you a couple to start off. I feel included when people pronounce my name correctly. And I think Tony told you before I started with this stint of videos, my last name is pronounced Waninger. And I help people remember that by saying, as in you'll be wanting her to come speak at your event, or you'll be wanting her book on your bookshelf. And that's silly, but it does help people remember. And now I'm helping them help me feel included. Another time I feel included is when people appreciate me for my strengths, and they appreciate what I bring to the table, and that I like to talk about ideas, and that I like to work hard and get work done. And I appreciate and I feel included when they do that, rather than when they maybe point out to me that, I didn't necessarily get all of the exact alignment right on, a visual that I was doing, or, maybe my thoughts were a little wordier than they should be, kind of like now, right? Part of my process is putting words out there and putting ideas out there and working through them. And so if people can appreciate that in me, instead of downplaying it or pointing out maybe some fault of mine, I'm a lot more likely to engage with them. I'm a lot more likely to share my ideas. I'm a lot more likely to help move them forward as well. And so all of this just comes down to making people feel appreciated, so that they want to work with you, so that they want to do more with you, and so that you can close that trust gap more quickly. Now, if you've attended any of my talks, you know that I say one of the things we can do to build trust is to share stories. Stories build trust. Trust builds relationships, and relationships make or break careers. But stories aren't the only thing that build trust. If you ask people how to make them feel included, and then you do that, you're showing an effort. Along the way, you'll probably get a story about why that's important to them. And now you've just upped the trust factor another degree. So again, in the comments, tell me what makes you feel included. And if you wouldn't mind, I also feel included when you follow me on LinkedIn. So click up there on my name and let me know that you saw the video and that you'd like to stay connected. I would love to be included in your network. I appreciate you all so much. And I'm actually going to miss playing Tony when Tony comes back. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you all.